Hello, math makers. Thank you for joining me again for part 2 of Break Apart Numbers to Subtract. You're making math easier just by joining me here today. So as we said in part 1, we're going to move away from the hundreds chart. We're going to move away from from using the charts and graphs that we use for that, and we're going to start using the math that we know and math that we understand to make sure that we can solve these. So let's do one with the hundreds chart first, and then we're going to move away from that, and we're going to practice this a few times without it. So our very first question we're going to do is 52 minus 4. Now, of course, our subtrahend is 4, so we're going to be taking away 4 from our larger number, our minuend, to find the answer or the difference to the subtraction question. So the first question we have is, how do I make 4? How many ways are there to make 4? Start thinking in your head. What are some ways to make 4? You should have 0 plus 4, 1 plus 4, 2 plus 2, 4 plus 0, 3 plus 1. And so we do have lots of ways to make 4. So which one do I pick? If you remember from last time, we looked at the ones place. And in this question, in the minuend, we have a 2 in the ones place, which means we're going to be looking for the one that starts with 2, and we can find it right here. So we see right here we have 2 plus 2. Starts with a 2, so we know that's going to be one that works for us. So we're going to take the 4 and we're going to break it up into a 2 and a 2, because 2 and 2 makes 4. And then we're going to start, now we can subtract. 52 minus 2, we know equals 50. And of course we can prove that real easily by just taking away 2 from our 52. 1, 2. We know that's going to equal 50. And if you remember last time, we said when I take away, by using this method, when I take this away, I'm basically creating a 10. I'm taking away all the ones. Now there's 0 ones there, and to make it an easier number to work with. Next, we're going to subtract 50 minus 2. Again, real easy to do this on a hundreds chart. Just count with me. We take away 1. We take away 2. And we see that 50 minus 2 is 48. Now that we've gotten to 48 and we're done, we've taken away both 2's, we know that 48 is the answer. Okay, now we've done that together, and it's time to try one without the hundreds chart, and also without the tens and ones chart, which I don't believe we used much. So let's go to 43 minus 5. Again, how do I know how to break apart the 5? What do I look at in the minuend? What do I look at in the larger number? We look at the ones place. That's right. And in this question, a 3 is in the ones place. So when I break 5 up, I'm going to start with a 3. Then I have to start thinking to myself. So we start thinking, what plus 3 equals 5? Think in your head, think in your head. And of course, I know that you know that 3 and 2 make 5. Now it's time to subtract. 43 minus the 3. And we know that we're just getting rid of all the ones here. So 43 minus 3 is 40. Now what do? Do you remember? I hope you said I subtract the 2. That is correct, and I do 40 minus 2. Now that's a really small number. If you aren't sure what the answer to that is in your head, take up 2 fingers, count backwards. We start with 40, we go 39, 38. And 38 is the answer. We've taken away 3, we've taken away 2, and we're left with 38, and that is the answer. It's that simple. Let's try a couple of more, and then we'll be done. 32 minus 9. Now, so the minuend is 32. Look at the number in the ones place. It's a 2. You should have said that's going to tell us how to break apart the 9. So when we break apart the 9, what am I going to pick first? Look at the ones place. What is it? It's a 2. Now start thinking in your head, different ways to make 9. What plus 2 equals 9. 7. That's right. So now I can start subtracting again. 32 minus 2. Again, eliminating all the ones here. So I'm going to have no more ones, and it's going to be 30. And I've taken away the 2. Now I'm going to subtract 7. 30 minus 7. Again, you can take your fingers and just subtract 7 times, starting at 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23. And I don't want you being in the habit of using fingers, but it's okay for now. There's nothing wrong with that. And the answer is 23. Have I taken away the 7? Yes. Have I taken away the 2? Yes. So the answer is going to be right here, 23. Let's try another one. 64 minus 7. And this will be the last one we do together. So what am I going to look at in the 64 that tells me what to use to break apart the 7? The ones place. And what number is in the ones place? A 4. That's right. So when I break apart the 7, I'm going to put a 4 first. Now, I'm breaking apart 7. What plus 4 equals 7? 3. That's correct. So now I can subtract 64 minus 4. Again, I'm eliminating the ones. If there's nothing left there, a 0, we know that 64 minus 4 is 60. Then I'm going to subtract the 3. Again, I'm just counting backwards 3 times. Starting at 60, we have 59, 58, 57. I've subtracted the 4. I've subtracted the 3. And I have 57, and 57 is the answer. Guys, math is getting easier, isn't it? And I'm so proud of you for staying with me today and making it easier for yourself. Thanks again, and I look forward to seeing you the next time.